You know it's Friday. It's a special day, period, okay? Because it's the end of the week for most of America. But not us. First Take is in the house. My man Cam Newton's in the house. RC's in the house. Shay's in the house. That's the New York house, though. They ain't down here. But don't worry, America. No need for them to be jealous. Everybody's coming because a week from Monday night, the national championship game is taking place. And guess where it's going to be? Where your boy is right now. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. First Take's in the house. Holla at your boy. Whoa.
Ole Miss in Miami battling for a spot in the national championship. 1-point game. 15 minutes remaining. Tony has space. Touchdown, Miami. Chambliss delivers. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
You have 3 lead changes in the last 5 minutes.
The Canes within 3 yards of a game-winning touchdown. Carson Beck with his legs puts Miami on top. Chambliss trying to have the last word. Backpedals, launches to the end zone. Broken up, and the Miami Hurricanes head home to play for a championship.
First Take is presented by DraftKings Sportsbook.
Hello, everyone. It is Friday. Welcome to First Take. That's right. We're in the New York house. Shay Cornett, Cam Newton, Ryan Clark here with you, and Stephen A. Smith doing the cha-cha down in Miami.
See you, Ricardo Tubbs. Were you rocking at Miami Vice?
Were you out last night with the Cane fans, Stephen A.?
I'm good. I'm good. Life is lovely. Life is lovely. How y'all doing? How y'all doing?
He's so much of a happier person when he's in Miami.
It's ridiculous.
I've never seen weather affect a human the way weather affects that man.
I heard him talking to you the other day, like, do I need a new coat for Pittsburgh on Monday? He's got like 12 coats. Do I need a new one?
It's too wrong with him?
There. Look at him in there in this white jacket. All right. Well, Miami is like the epicenter of celebration over the last 24 hours, Stephen A. So we'll get back to you in a second. Last night, the national semifinals in the Fiesta Bowl. That's right, Miami and Ole Miss. It went down to the wire. An insane fourth quarter. The Rebels were leading with 3 minutes to go. Miami and Carson Beck just fought back. 15-play, 75-yard touchdown drive that put the Hurricanes on top. Ultimately gave them the 31-27 win. Miami will now head just back home, stay there, because the national championship game will be a week from Monday at Hard Rock Stadium. So here's Carson Beck after the game with our Holly Rowe.
It's the best feeling I've ever had in my life. Man, I'm so proud of this team. We never flinched. In the face of adversity, when we had to respond, we responded, and we never gave up.
What did you say to your offense right before you drove it down for the win?
I told them we got 3 minutes for the rest of our life, bro. Don't else matters.
Nothing else mattered because they came away with the win, and now nothing else will matter until Monday night in the national championship game. But let's go back to what we saw last night, and what was the deciding factor, did you think, last night? S.A., you want to go?
Well, I just think that the time of possession, Miami controlling the football the way that it did, moving the ball offensively, you got to give credit where credit is due. You had multiple drives of 15 plays or more. That really stands out in your mind because of the patience of Carson Beck. And while we talk about him, we have some trepidation about him from time to time. The bottom line is at Georgia and now at Miami, the brother is 37-5 as a starter in college football. So we got to give credit where credit is due. He showed up last night, 23 of 37, 62% of his passes, 268 yards, 2 touchdowns, and just 1 interception. He was balling, scrambling for the game-winning touchdown. Obviously, that was a big play, big moment. I don't know what Ole Miss was thinking where nobody scanned the quarterback. They were just guarding defenders, but nobody thought about the quarterback. Look at how wide open the whole left side of the field is for Carson Beck to run in for that touchdown. But still, that's just one play. In the end, it was a fantastic game. It was a great game. Beck showed up. Chambliss obviously showed up for Ole Miss as well. You just look at it, a play here, there basically could have decided anything, and Miami was able to hold on and do what it needed to do, and now they're in the national championship game. I give all the credit in the world to Carson Beck and the patience they showed offensively. very, very confident in moving the football against Ole Miss. That's exactly what they did when it counted most, and that's why they're going on to the national championship game.
Well, it was simple. It was a tale of two different teams doing two different things. One team was able to sustain drives, and the other team, even though they were able to move the ball, they weren't able to sustain as many drives. I look back early in the game, and RC, you don't get to choose when this is a key moment in the game. I think for the first quarter, Ole Miss missed opportunities. Those early 3-and-outs really came back to haunt them because now when the game started to get active, you don't have as many opportunities as you once had. When you start to see 12 plays approaching, 13 plays approaching, 14 plays approaching, 15 plays approaching in one specific drive, it's extremely alarming. And for as explosive as Ole Miss and Trinidad Chambliss has been all year, this thing sticks out the most. Ole Miss piled up 210 yards on first down, 188 yards on second down, but the Rebels finished with 0 yards on third down. When you analyze that, that is not a winning formula. And yet they were still in the game with potentially an opportunity to win it at the end. But shots out goes to, the Miami Hurricanes because they've been playing with an edge that we haven't seen them have for a long time. If you want to call it the legends that's on the sideline, if you want to call it, the head coach, if you want to call it the quarterback, it's a collective that's down there, and they are a very dangerous team that can match up with anybody.
You know what? I love that you came analytically this morning. Because I'm going to break it down a little bit easier for you. And I know you're going to hate this.
I love it.
The Miami Hurricanes are the most traditionally SEC football team in all the country. It ain't Florida. It ain't LSU. It ain't Auburn. It ain't Alabama. It ain't Georgia. This is the first time Ole Miss this season has faced a team that plays like we historically believe SEC teams play. The physicality was out the door. Third and fourth down, 3rd and 2, 4th and 2. What do? They turn around and hand the football off to Mark Fletcher. They hand the football off to Tremore Brown. They run downhill and physically dominate Ole Miss. Defensively, they were the faster team. They were the more athletic team. They were the team. This game is actually way closer on the scoreboard than it was in real life. They dropped 4 picks, 4 of them. Carson Beck throws an interception on a tip ball in the red zone. This team absolutely dominated from a physicality standpoint, from an athleticism standpoint. Malachi Tony, without a question, the most talented person on the field, and he just turned 18. Carson Beck executing when you're supposed to, in the biggest moments, like the best of players do from that conference. It has changed, and now Miami, the U, is part of that change.
No doubt. I say.
Well, now, I'm glad you mentioned Fletcher. Averaged 6 yards a carry, 133 yards rushing. Marion, 114 yards receiving. 3 big-time catches on that final game-winning drive. We got to give credit where credit is due. And that had about 10 penalties for about 74 yards. That got in the way. A couple of those calls I didn't like. I didn't like the targeting call that got rid of Lucas. I just looked at it, but I just said to myself, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right, RC. They were the more physical team, resembling what we used to say about the SEC, no doubt about it. And but again, what it really comes down to me, the biggest one is that 41 minute, 22 seconds time of possession. I mean, the patience that they show, that speaks to their physicality. That speaks to the advantage that they had. More speed, more physicality, willing to roughhouse them, make Ole Miss recognize, we know what you're used to in the SEC. We're going to show you what that's about. We're going to show you that we're made of that cloth. That is true. But 41 minutes and 22 seconds also speaks to the level of patience and confidence that you have, that you can move the ball, because even though you want the big